Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a new year, brand new year, woo! And if you're watching this when it isn't a new year, ah well. But I thought great way to start the new year off is just doing a little recap of my 2022 and also my mindset goals and where my focus is really for 2023 and just the beginning of a new year. And I just wanted to share my mindset of where I'm at and my plans, and to see if maybe next year I actually stick to it and I do what I said I'm going to do. So you can hold me accountable for that. Now, to reflect a little bit on 2022, this is going to be 5 bullet points of key areas that I was focusing in on, or what my goals were. Oh, also, sorry if you can hear wind in the background because it's a bit of a stormy night here in Leeds. I was going to say Dartford, here in Leeds. So my focus did slightly shift away from acting. As for many of us, when we spent a lot of time at home, it definitely made me reflect and focus on key things that weren't what I would have liked them to be for my future. So they were what I was going to focus on. So I took a step back on finding my own roles in 2022. So my main goal for last year was to find a supportive job that I was actually passionate about. Now, for many years, especially since I've graduated, I always had my side job as something that just allowed me to support what I wanted to do. So I didn't mind too much that it was bar work. You know, it worked because it was evenings and I could still do acting stuff or try and apply to jobs during the day. Of course, that wasn't every day that I was actually on jobs, but it didn't bother me so much. But as I said, for the past year or two, it really started to, and I reflect on my mindset of I'm always planning for the future, and my long-term goal, as I've always said on this channel, or if you don't know, I'm always saying it's a lifelong career and it's something that I'm always going to be pursuing towards. So I'm always kind of thinking 5 years further, but I realised that I wasn't thinking of the now me, my now happiness, and it got to a point that I just wasn't enjoying bar work anymore. So I needed to find something that I was more passionate about. And then I found skiing. So I've always been skiing, I've been very fortunate enough to go most likely every year with my family and friends, and there was an opportunity in Dartford to do a skiing course to become an instructor, and that's what I was doing pretty much from like March, I think it was, up until the end of the year, or end of autumn, I would say. And it just made me realise that this is what I want to do, and I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. Thankfully, Christian noticed the sign and he was like, you can do it. I have a bit of an imposter syndrome and I feel like my skills aren't good enough to teach others, but since passing my course and on my basic course, I'm teaching and I'm now an instructor as a skiing instructor. So I passed my level 1 and I'm so thrilled. Like, I generally haven't enjoyed working at a job like this for a long time, if it's the whole aspects of it. I really did enjoy some of my jobs through my time, and it was mainly because of the people who were there that I enjoyed it so much. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm so proud of myself to have achieved this before the end of the year, because this is the main thing that's been niggling at me for a little while now, and I felt very disheartened by it, and it really has affected me personally a bit with my mindset and just all of that stuff. So now that I've found it and I've done it and I'm doing it, I honestly couldn't explain how happy I am, and I'm actually excited to go to work, as weird as that may sound. Yeah, it's actually really nice. Of course there's aspects that's always going to be a bit bleh, but overall I'm just loving it. I'm loving it here, and yeah, I'm really proud of myself to finally be able to do that. So I did take a bit of a step back from my acting roles, unless I found some that came along or the right one did pop up. But I wasn't so hyper-focused on 100% acting. I needed to sort my me happiness now, and I'm glad I did. The second one is putting more time into my relationships with friends, family, loved ones. I've moved around quite a bit as I've gotten older, especially since going to university, and it's really hit me the fact of that it's so much harder to make true friends as an adult. I meet so many amazing people on sets and on projects, which is great, but it's hard to stay in touch with them, especially because for me, I move around, or we just live in so many different places and everyone's, doing their own thing, which is understandable. But I've really wanted to make more friendships that I truly care about and put the time into it. And I definitely had that cliche of when I went to university, I thought I was going to find my lifelong friends, you know, those BFFs. And unfortunately, I didn't. And I didn't realise how much that really affected me after I graduated, and no one really wanted to stay in contact with me. As much as I tried, don't get me wrong, there's two ways. Maybe I wasn't great, but I don't know, that really hit me hard. And that's why I was so keen to move and start a new place. And now I've really been trying to make the time and effort into new friendships and, you know, just really give it a go. Just having a go. And I've really enjoyed that so far. And I've made some great friends along the way so far. And even though I've moved now, I still have those friendships, and I'm going to make sure that I still keep them and put the work in. And of course, I want to make sure that I spend a lot of time with my boyfriend and my dog, and, you know, have specific date nights and have little hobbies and activities that we're going to do together to make it a bit more memorable. Because as much as we work really well on parallel play, we're both doing our own thing, which we're great at that. We both want to try and make a little bit more time to have specific moments that we're doing together as a family with the dog. And of course my family as well. And as much as I don't live close to many of them, at least we're talking, you know, whether it's a phone call or text, just staying in touch with loved ones overall has been a key thing that I want to do and still want to do for 2023. And don't get me wrong, I love my own time and I really have enjoyed, and sometimes you just need your own space. You don't want to talk to anyone, or you don't keep in contact as much. And I'm not saying every single day, but doing those little check-ins and trying to make one thing maybe within a month or every other week or something like that with someone, just making that little moment of time, then yeah, that's my goal. The third one is just trying to be more forgiving with myself. You know, whether I'm not being as productive as I can or having a productive day and getting loads of things done. I think this is always going to be an ongoing struggle, not just for me. I'm assuming probably for a lot of us. You know, it's so hard to find that equal balance, especially when you're self-employed, of being productive or feel like you're wasting your time, or actually just giving yourself a bit of time off. And that's been very important for me, to try and focus on that and to allow myself a little bit more to relax. Because as much as I might be enjoying my time, you know, watching a film, I will have that niggling in the back of my head of like, you should be doing stuff, or you haven't done anything this week and you're just not good. And it's not the best feeling, as I'm sure you know. So yeah, I'm trying to be a lot more easier on myself and going, yep, you deserve this time off. Do what you love, however that may be, and just spend a little bit of time to yourself and appreciate it. Because we all need to recharge. We all need it. This one kind of focuses on near the end of my year. Very quickly, I think it was July, we decided that we were moving to Leeds. It was so quick, and within a month or two, we were moving. So it was very quick process of moving from Dartford to Leeds. It's quite a lot of work and getting all that prepped and planned, and then moving into a house that unfortunately we had to redecorate because it wasn't in the best condition, as you've probably seen. If you haven't checked them out, look at my move-in vlogs, because you'll see all of the stuff. But not to go into depth of any of that again, it was a big change very quickly, and we've both had to adjust and get on our feet and get things going. And, you know, just settling into a new city is quite scary. So much as I've done it before, I will say a lot of the times it's kind of been me wanting to, and I was actually always ready to move. So this time I wasn't prepared to move. So it was a different feeling of those nerves of, you know, am I ready to move? Is this a bit sudden? And mainly, to be fair, it's just because, as I was saying before, making some great new friends, I was sad to leave them, because as much as we've moved around together, we haven't really made many bonds and friendships in the places that we've moved from, at least for me personally. And since gaining that in Dartford, that's what I was going to miss the most. That was the thing. But at the end of the day, those friends are always going to be there for you. And as I've said, as long as I make the effort and time to contact them and see them like we did in December, then it shouldn't matter wherever you live. So yeah, it's been really nice since moving, and we feel a lot more settled, or at least I do. And just finding that routine and getting that bit more into our everyday and what our path is right now, what we're doing. And as I said, trying to make friends, and it's been really, really nice. So I'm really looking forward to 2023 and just putting more time and effort into meeting new people and going out with them, whether it's new activities, hobbies, out for a night out, movie nights around houses, you know, just little things like that. I'm really looking forward to, and now that I'm settled, I'm definitely not as nervous being here or as like doubting should we have moved, because you know, we all have that fear. But I'm really excited about the new possibilities, and it's a lovely city. We both love this city. Instead of it being more of a 5-year plan, it was within a year plan. So we're running with it, we're rolling with it, and yeah, I'm feeling a lot happier now. And he's put so much work into this house and making it all homey and, you know, our vibe. So I'm very grateful, very lucky. So I'm really looking forward to it. Why am I getting emotional by it? I'm just very grateful for the work Christian's done. So yeah. Ugh, I did feel I was going to get emotional. What the hell? Maybe it's one of those days. It's just one of those days. Not like that, but yeah. Give me a minute. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to new activities that we're going to do. We're going to do more hobbies together. We're getting into Warhammer. We're trying to get back together a new D&D group up here. Maybe one that's more in person. You never know. And working on my skiing, learning my snowboarding, maybe do a little bit of freestyle, one skiing mainly. And yeah, just little things like that. Just trying new hobbies and continuing old ones, and learn skateboarding in the summer. Again, I'm saying all of these things to try and keep myself accountable for it. So even though it sounds a lot, it's all going to be staggered. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all of these little fun things. And finally, my last point is an acting related one. Of course, you know me, I'm always doing my to-do list. I always have my general plans or things that I want to do or would like to do and trying to work towards and blah, 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 blah. But my main thing, and this is very similar to my mindset of 2022, is I'm not being too critical and too specific on goals to set out for this year. You know, whether it's something so key of, I need to be the lead in this, like, no. I'm trying not to put that pressure on myself personally, because I know that if I don't achieve it, I will feel worse. And as I said, this is a long-term goal for me, so I will always have those general goals personally and things that I want to strive towards no matter what. But I don't see it more as a yearly plan. I see it as a little stepping stones and trying to get up to that slowly. And if one of them ends up happening in a year, amazing, like, then I'll let you know. But I'm not trying to be specific of, I have to do this before the end of the year, because I've expanded a bit more on my goals, and they're not generalised, but yeah, I'm just not being too specific on it, because I don't want to let myself down or feel like I've let myself down, even though I haven't, because I don't want to discredit all the little steps that I'm working towards and progressing and getting better at, and put that aside if this one thing doesn't happen. I don't want to discredit all my hard work. So that's where my mindset is at. Of course, I have little things and generalised things of, like, you know, I got my headshots at the end of this month. I done my new hairstyle, well, even though you can't tell because I pinned it up right now. But I have my general things that I'm working towards, and of course always updating my reels, keeping in contact, trying to network, generalised things like that. I see them more as things that I will always continue to do, and they are just part of my job as a self-employed actor. So yeah, I hope this kind of made sense. I feel like I've blabbered a bit, but well, as they say, trust and believe in the process. And yeah, just focus on my mindset that has been last year, and it really has helped. And well, shifting the mindset is really hard. I've kind of mentioned this previously, but I'm really focusing more of quality over quantity, and not distracting myself and spreading myself too thin and trying to do everything and keeping busy and spending money on different types of training and just throwing too much out there just because I think that I'm keeping myself productive and proactive. For me personally, yeah, it's more about quality. And if I'm only a part of one project this year, as long as I love it and I'm passionate about it, and I feel that if it's benefiting my career, or even just because I want to tell the story and share it and be a part of this amazing production with crew and people and all that jazz, then that's a million times better than being a part of 10 other projects that I don't really have the passion for, and I'm not doing the justice that they deserve for them, and it's not fair on them. So yeah, that's my mindset. Quality over quantity. That's where I'm at. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I don't know how much help it might be. I don't know. I'm curious to see your mindset of where you are, how your year's gone, and if there's anything specific that you want to work on personally or professionally for the new year. Let me know. I'd love to hear your goals, and if there's anything that I can nab as well. Sharing is caring, as they say. But yeah, I just wanted to share where I've been and where I'm at now, and hopefully leave you on a bit of a positive note and feeling, you know, just happy. Even if it's not, you know, determined and focused on something specific you want to do. I don't know, I just hope you're leaving this video a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Like the video as always, you know, subscribe, all of that stuff, all that normal stuff. But yeah, I really hope you've had a lovely year, and you will have a great 2023 and all years to come. You'll smash it. Of course there's going to be highs and lows, but that's life. You will get over it. I believe in you. I got your back. You got mine. I hope. But yeah, anyway, alright, take care. Bye. I'm just trying to